Hi, Dawn Joseph with Simply Core Fit, and this is an example of the beginner core workout. So first of all, I want you to understand what your core is so that you get the right muscles working for you first, then add load and progress from there. And your core is about more than just your abs and back, although that's part of it. So you basically have an outer unit and an inner unit. And the outer unit is your abs. Your rectus abdominis is your six pack. Your obliques come in on the side. There's your washboard stomach. And then you've got your low back muscles. So those should all be your prime movers. They should flex you, extend you, rotate, side bend, but they shouldn't be stabilizing you. So if you are using those to stabilize, that's where you often get into compensations, hernias, problems with the pelvic floor. So what we want to do is learn about those muscles that are beneath that, and that's your inner core. So essentially your inner core creates like a corset. You have your transverse abdominis, and you don't have to remember these muscles, but those are your tummy flattening muscles. They come right around and attach with these tiny little muscles that run up and down your spine, the multifidus. Your pelvic floor is on the bottom, and your diaphragm is on the top, and that creates like a cylinder. And if you can perfectly pressurize that cylinder, then you have a really functional core. So we're gonna start by coming down onto the floor, onto your back. We're gonna start with the breathing. So one hand on your chest, one hand just below your belly button on your hips, and you're gonna take a nice deep breath in. So we're gonna breathe in through your nose, which is your filter, and then out through your mouth. And you're trying to get that bottom hand to rise and fall. So just nice, easy, deep breaths. If you find like you're struggling to take a deep breath in, just work with what you got. We're gonna try and lengthen those breaths. You wanna bring the air down into the lungs so the belly rises and falls. If you bring your hands up onto your chest here, up onto your rib cage, you can take a deep breath in, let it expand into your hands, and then out. So we still want that rib cage expanding to the side and into the floor, but we also want that belly rising so that it's not up into this top hand. So to set your core, we're gonna take a deep breath in, your belly's gonna rise, and as you exhale, you're gently drawing down and flattening out across your hips. So it's like a piece of saran wrap just went across your hips. So for the ladies, that's your pelvic floor on, your Kegels on. For men, it's like walking to cold, cold water and drawing everything up inside of you. So this is all happening below the hips. Try that again. You can do your nice deep breath in with your big belly breath. And as you exhale, you're gently drawing down, flattening out across the hips. So really important that that didn't become a brace. It didn't pull in and create a big mountain across your hips. It actually drew down and flattened out across your hips. So we're gonna keep those feet together. We're gonna take that deep breath in and set the core again. And you're gonna take one knee at a time down to the side. So the opposite knee should stay straight up to the ceiling, and then you're coming back up. So we're basically trying to control that lower and keep the hips facing the ceiling. So if you had little lights on your hips right now, the lights would always be facing the ceiling. If you need to stop and reset your core, go right ahead. So nice and slow. That leg is absolute dead weight. Good. And coming back across. If you think of a string like a purchase system across your hips and out to that knee, it's controlling that knee down. And then it's like we're going to tighten that string across our hips, and it's going to gently pull the knee up. So another option, reset the core if you need to, is you're going to do a little heel slide. So you're going to slide your foot out and then back in. Good. And try the other side. So sliding that foot out nice and slow, hips don't move, and back in. So the toe stays on the floor. These are nice slow slides. Definitely works better when you have, say, socks on a wooden floor or a slippery surface. Good. One more time, nice and slow. So I try and give alternatives. Sometimes some things work better than others for some people. And back in. Good. So we're gonna roll it over onto your stomach, right over into some planks. All right, we're gonna take a little gentle fist. Shoulders are set down. We're gonna lift those knees up, so engage those quads. Knees are right off the floor. Pull the tummy in and lift right up into that straight-legged plank. So if you need to, keep it on your knees, tuck the hips under, relaxing between the shoulders. We're only doing about a 10-second hold, and then relax down. So make a fist, shoulders down, knees are up, tummy pulled in, and lift right up. Good. So we're in a nice straight plank, little tuck under with those hips, lengthening through the neck, relaxing between the shoulders, and you're still breathing. Good, and relax down. Let's try that again. Gentle fist, shoulders down, knees are up, tummy in, and then lift. So by lifting those knees off the ground first, we really have to lift up with that core to get you up off that floor, and relax down. Good. Gentle fist, shoulders down, knees are up, tummy in, and lift up. Good. So this should never ever be in your back. So back is, if it's in your back, it's not working, it's straining. So if you are feeling in your back, you're going to tuck your hips under a little more, still in your back, you're going to drop to those knees and hold it off your knees. All right, one more. You're going to make a fist, shoulders down, knees are up, tummy in, lift right up into that nice strong plank. Good, tucking your chin, lengthening your neck. So we should be able to put a dowel right across that back from your head down to your tailbone. It's a nice straight line, and relax down. Good, we're gonna bring it over onto your back, and we're gonna bring your feet together this time and just let your knees drop out to the side. So your glutes are basically the back side of your core, and if those don't work properly, the tendency is the hip flexors take over, and then your core often doesn't work. So with your feet together, we're gonna gently squeeze right between your bum cheeks and just hold for about 10 seconds. So if you felt your knees pull together, your bum lift off the floor, that's actually too much. Release. So again, you're just gently, it's almost like just holding a fart or just holding a dime between your bum cheeks. Really gentle, just trying to get some control of that posterior pelvic floor, and relax. We always talk about the pelvic floor like it's in the front here, which it is, but it's like a hammock and there's a backside. So gently squeezing on. Good, nice and slow. So shoulders are relaxed. Just holding that dime between your bum cheeks, barely any pressure, and release. And the release is really important as well. Let's do one more time. So gently squeezing on. Good, not holding your breath while you do these. And then release off. Good. We're gonna bring those knees to about feet shoulder width apart, knees up to the ceiling, and you're gonna gently squeeze those glutes again, just like we just did. Tuck your hips under and lift up off the floor. So coming into that bridge position and then back down. You're gonna flare your bum and then gently pick up that dime again and lift up. Good, and down. So my rib cage is actually staying on the floor. You're gonna tuck under. So when you lift, I'm only lifting as high as I can lift from below my hips. So I don't wanna go up into that big extension. We're gonna keep basically the bottom of the rib cage on the floor. You can cross the hands across the shoulders if you'd like. Good, and then down. Gentle squeeze between your bum cheeks and then lift up. Keep breathing. So those knees are always still facing the ceiling. Just a gentle squeeze, tucking under, lifting up. Good. We're just trying to get control of those glutes and those hamstrings. If you feel it in your quads, you're going to walk your feet out a little bit. It just means your feet started a little too close to you. So we want to feel it in the backs of the legs. And one more time, tucking under, lifting up. Good. Let's give it a little hold for about 10 seconds. So you're tucking under again, never feeling it in your low back. We should be below the hips. We should be in the glutes and the hamstrings. Hold for 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Good. We're going to bring those arms out to 90 degrees. So hands are to the ceiling. We're going to finish off a little bit of postural work. So right here, I want you to think of having a pencil right down your spine. And you're really gently going to let those elbows just push down into the floor and squeeze those shoulder blades into the pencils. Really strong move. We shouldn't feel it up in your neck. And release. So the movement is just a gentle squeeze together with the shoulder blades, not a big crank. If you happen to be lying on your back, just gently holding and relax. We're gonna take 2 more of those. So little gentle squeeze. Again, you shouldn't feel it up in your neck. Fingertips are directly above your elbows. And relax. Good. One more time, gently and slowly. Take 3 seconds to squeeze in towards that pencil. So really important to strengthen that back and work on that posture, and that'll really help your core training as well. and release. All right, we're gonna roll over onto the side and then roll it up to sitting. So that is an example of the beginner core workout. And these workouts basically range from beginner to intermediate to advanced. So if that was really easy for you, well, remember, first of all, they're about 20 to 30 minutes. So that was really short, but you can also advance up into the levels. And each of the workouts is numbered. So I basically take you on this little tour of Kelowna. You will see a different backdrop every day, and I'll tell you about the goodness of where I am. Today I'm actually at the View Winery, which is a beautiful place to come and see. You've got the lake in the background, stunning orchard, huge vineyard, lovely people, and you can actually grab some wine in their wine shop and take it up for a little picnic and hang out here. So I will tell you a little bit about where I am each time, and I would love to hear about where you are. So we have a great little community of the people that do these workouts, and I love to keep that community feel. So feel free to send me photos of where you are in the world or who you worked out with today. I would love to hear about it, and I hope you can join me for some other videos. If you'd like to connect with me, I'd love to hear from you. Please make sure you're following me on Facebook or Instagram at Simply Core Fit, and I hope to see you soon.